Hey everybody, welcome to this week's newest lesson. Today it's going to be a fun one. I'm actually really excited to do this. We're going to be doing Latin roots and Harry Potter spells. So we're going to be learning about Harry Potter spells and what they mean, where the Latin roots come from, because almost all of them have a basis in Latin. So let's just dive into it. So, every spell used in the Harry Potter series, or almost every spell, is based off of the Latin language. All your favorites, such as spells such as Wingardium Leviosa, that's a typo, my bad, Accio, and even Expecto Patronum, derive from Latin. Knowing a little bit of Latin can go a long way. Latin, who cares about Latin, right? Wrong. Latin is often considered a dead language, all right? Dead language. I put this in quotes. However, it's because Latin is very alive today in more ways than not. Sure, it's not spoken, but it's still around everywhere you go, all right? It's the basis of Latin is the basis for five languages: French, Spanish, Romanian, Portuguese, and Italian. Is not the basis for English, but many English words have Latin roots. So knowing Latin will help you in understanding legal words, big doctor words, medical terms, doctor words, but other big pieces of jargon, which is specific words to a certain industry or things like that. So let's kind of dive into that and you'll see what I'm talking about. So let's get on to the spells, baby. This is the good stuff, right? Hopefully you're all Harry Potter fans. If not, check out the movies. It's good stuff. All right, so first up, we got Accio, which is the Latin word meaning summon or to summon. That's why this is called the summoning spell. As you can see in this GIF right over here, Harry is calling over a trophy. He's saying Accio, and the trophy is summoning itself to him. A lot of times in the movies, especially in the later ones, Harry and his friends use Accio and then a different word. So they'll say like Accium broomstick or Accio wand, Accio vial, different little things that'll come up. And so when they say that, they're summoning it. In one scene in particular, Harry's going through Hermione's purse looking for something she asked for him, and he says, Accio whatever, and then the object, like Accio pencil, and then the pencil shows up. So that's what that means. But now let's get into the next one. Oculus Reparo. This, you have to break it down because it's two words. Oculus means eye, all right? Reparo means repair. Put them together, it literally just means eye repair. In English, oculus is referred to as a round eye-shaped opening in buildings, or it has to do with the eye, anything that has to do with the eye. So if you go to the optometrist, sometimes they might ask you to, maybe the name has Oculus in it. Or for VR, the Oculus VR headset, it's because you're using your eyes. You're going to a different reality. So if you see the word Oculus anywhere, it has to do with the eye. Reparo is just it's repair. That's where we get the word repair from, which is to fix. Now, this is a little bit of a double whammy. Lumos. All right, this the Latin root word is lumen, which means light. In English, we use this as a basis for words like illuminate or luminescence. It just means to light or to brighten up. A little bonus for this word is in Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry uses the spell Lumos Maxima, which just means the largest light. Maxima is where we get the word maximum from, which is great. It's big, like maximum. We're cranking things up to the max, going up to the maximum, right? It's very big, very great. So when he says lumos maxima, you break it down to knowing lumen, that means light, And you can think of words like luminescence, illuminate, which is to light, to bright things up. And then maxima, it's like the word maximum, which is big. Put them two together, got a very big light. Number 4 on our list, we got nox. This is a Latin word that means night. All right. You see this word in English with words like nocturnal and nocturne. These are all words that mean night or darkness. For those of you who play Final Fantasy 15, some of you might, but the main character Noctis is a name that just means of the night. So it's the opposite of Lumos. So Lumos brightens things up, as you see right here with Harry under the sheets, and then Snape uses Nox to go back to darkness. Ascendio. In Latin, this means to ascend. Here in the GIF, Harry uses it when he's underwater and he ascends up, shoots himself up onto the docks or whatever this is. This is how we get the words such as ascend, which means to go up or to climb. So ascending is how you're going up on like a ladder or climbing up something or jumping up. You ascend up. The airplanes ascend into the sky, things like that. And then for you Spanish speakers, you may understand the word, which is also a verb. That's what I'm trying to say. Like a thing. But ascender, all right, that's also where this comes from because that also means to ascend. Next up, we got another double whammy. We have apparate and disapparate. The Latin root word for apparate is apparere, all right, which means to appear. This is where we get words like apparition and appearance. From that, it means to show or to display. So, appearance is how you display yourself, is how one shows himself, something that's on display. And then apparition, you see this with ghosts, which appear out of nowhere. You're seeing an apparition of a ghost, like an appearance of the ghost showing up. The opposite of that is disapparate. Now, the part of the word where we get that it's the opposite is with dis, dis. All right, dis is a prefix which comes before the word. Dis means not slash to do the opposite of. All right, so it can mean either or. It's not or just the opposite of. In this case, it is the opposite of. You could even say not, so it's like apparate and not apparate, so it's the opposite. You know what I mean? So you see this in it. So the opposite of appear would be disappear. That's where the dis comes from. You see this in words such as discount, discharge, or disrespect. So with disrespect, respect is the main word, but throwing a dis in front of it means the opposite or not. So not respect. Discharge, where you're charging something. Uh, Discharge means you're not charging something. It's the opposite of charging. It's coming out. Um, Discount would be so like discharge is for like the military, where you're coming into the military, but now you're doing the opposite. You're discharged. You're let go. You're doing the opposite. And then discount, instead of counting, you're taking off. You're doing the opposite. So these are two words that you can understand. If you see the prefix dis in English, now you know it just means the opposite or not. Incendio. This is Latin for to set on fire. You see this a couple times throughout the series, especially here with Hermione lighting stuff on fire. Um, you see this, the main word in Latin is incendium, which means fire. Incendio is as a verb to set on fire. So if you see incendium, that means fire. But if you hear incendio, that's setting on fire. We see this, you're not going to be speaking Latin, obviously. This is so you can understand English better. But we see this in English with words like incendiary or incinerator because they all have to do with fire. So if you see that incendi or incend, you're going to understand like, oh, fire's involved. So like incinerator, it's something that sets things on fire. Incendiary, the things are these are like military rounds of ammo that are fire rounds. Or incendiary, like it's something that can be put on fire, set something on fire. Number nine, almost at the end, we got Stupefy. This is Harry Potter's like favorite spell. He says it in like almost every movie. That he once he understands it. The Latin root of it is stupeo, and stupeo means to remain motionless. In English, this stupeo means to stun, where we get stun. All right, stunning means to knock unconscious or to make them unable to react. Harry uses this because he doesn't want to stoop as low as using the killing curse, which doesn't have to do with Latin, so we're not going to go into that. But yeah, so he just likes to stun his enemies. He doesn't kill them. We're going to, all right, so we got one more, and that is, of course, the big one, Expecto Patronum, one of the most popular spells in the franchise. These are a combination of two words, all right, put together for one meaning. It's compounded. Expecto in Latin is to look for or to wait for. Patronus in Latin is defender, all right? So it literally means to wait for a protector. If you've seen the movies, you know that it's used to summon something that protects him from the Dementors, which are like evil creatures that try to get you and steal your soul. Um, so when you see the Dementors and you say Expecto Patronum, you're waiting for your protector, which in the case of Harry Potter, when you say the spell, you get a certain Patronus, which is a certain animal that is protecting you. So like Hermione has the otter, Luna Lovegood has the bunny, and then yeah, different ones for every character. Some share. In English, this is where we get the words expectation. So you're looking for like expecto, you're expecting something, you're waiting for something. And then we also get patron, which means someone. You hear this sometimes in like restaurants for a customer, but it was used a lot in like the Middle Ages, Renaissance times, where you'd have a patron who was looking out for people underneath them, like taking care of someone. So like a sponsor, a patron. So now that we've gotten through 10 different Potter spells, in order to earn credit for this lesson, I want you to complete the following activity. All right? It's not just answer something, it's going to be something you're doing on your own. You're going to find 1 to 2 Harry Potter spells. So if you're just going to get by, just want to do one, only do one. If you want to go above and beyond and look into the spells, because I'll be honest with you guys, when I was looking this stuff up, I got lost. I got lost, and it was so much fun. So if you want to look up two, that's fine. So look up 1 to 2 Harry Potter spells not found in this lesson and find what the root of it is. So like Incendio, Incendi was the root, or Incendio is a whole verb. Find out what language it's from, what that means, and words in English that are similar. So exactly like you see here, you have expecto and patronus, both in Latin, both definitions, and then what it means together, and then some words in English use that for. All right, so this was a really fun lesson. I had a great time doing it. If you guys want to know about more spells or anything else similar, please just let me know in the comments, or you can send me a message, whatever it may be. But this was a good time. So, all right, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did, but if not, you know what? It's fine. We'll do different things going forward. All right. So, thank you so much. You have a great day.